Watkins Glen, and we are jumping into the Gen 4 cars for a race, official race here at Watkins Glen. I'm trying to qualify here. We got a big split. It's like 20-something cars in here. 25 or 26, I believe. So we want to try and start as far forward as we can. Okay. We know they get loose here at the top of the S's. No doubt this will not be as good of a race as we had here in the Diet Dr. Pepper series. That was unbelievable, phenomenal race here we had. But hopefully we'll still have a fun one. Only got 31 laps, I think. So that's like 14 laps shorter than the race that we did. So a little bit shorter, but still a decent amount of laps. And it will require a pit stop, which I think I will practice right now, because this is not going to be any better of a lap. Okay. Oh man, you gotta really slow down there. Always forget how quick you gotta slow down, and the speed limit is very slow. But we will require a pit stop. We can only do about 22, 23 laps on fuel. And I think our strategy is just going to be go as long as possible. And we're only about a second off of the top time. That's not that bad. We're usually about 3 seconds off. Assuming everybody faster than us has gone already, which does not look like they have. Figured the one would put in a better lap than that. Maybe that was his first lap. Maybe his second lap will be faster. But always tough at road courses. These cars are a real big handful. We had such an amazing race here in the Diet Dr. Pepper series. It honestly turned into one of the best races of the season, which is pretty amazing. We didn't have that many people show up for it, unfortunately, but still made for some excellent racing. But unlike that race, this one will not have cautions, so obviously you want to try and start as far forward as you can. Try and keep it out of trouble, try and keep it on the track, and go from there. If we can be mistake-free and avoid the mess, we should be able to get a pretty decent finish. But avoiding the mess is going to be the tricky part. It's going to be very, very slick on cold tires the first couple laps. And obviously we'll be in traffic, at least to start with, through turn 1 and through the S's. Turn 1, the S's, and the bus stop. None of those are very fun corners to be in traffic for, so we'll have to really be careful there. Turn 1, accelerating for the first time is always very hard here. That heavy, heavy braking zone downhill. And I've always been really bad at the S's. We just gotta try and be as smooth as we can and don't get it loose like we did right there. I think if I remember correctly, I was short shifting up to 4th before we got to the top of the S's. I should probably do that again, I think, when we ran Diet Dr. Pepper series here. We will see. We are car number 5, as you can see there, out of 24 or so. 25, big field. We're sitting P7 at the moment. I would be happy with a top 10. Top 10 would be good. But we got a bunch of people in the 112s here. So we are going to have a race on our hands, it looks like. Because I don't know how consistently I can hit those 112s. The one car did not beat us. He put in a 112.9. I assumed he would. He's like a 3,800 iRating on road, I believe. 3,100. That's over 1,000 better than me. Not that it means a whole lot, but usually I can't keep up with people that are even my iRating on road. Because my iRating is way too high. We're getting ready to grid 31 laps. 1 pit stop required. I think we're just going to take 4 tires. I don't know how much fuel we need. Let's see what the auto calculator says.
Alright, man, we're going green next time.
No, it doesn't.
Right,
it's not even enabled.
On the right side.
We do 20.
Fuel before the race is over. Pit road is closed.
Say 23 laps on a tank.
1,820.
We'll need to go like 9 laps.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
So, if we take 9 gallons, that'll be like 11.5 laps. Let's just take... Oh, we can only do 8.5 or 10. Probably just take 10 to be safe. That'll be way over, but that should be alright. Just go ahead and get that set now, and don't have to worry about it. Take 4 tires. I don't think this is like the next gen where you want to not take tires to be faster.
Additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good
But we'll
run.
keep an eye on the lap time, see if they fall off. Unfortunately, we have to do a full entire pace lap, which always sucks for tracks like this. And Road America and all those long road courses. Make sure we're not driving off on the pace lap. I've had problems with that before.
It's a 9 car.
Should be a fun one, I think. If we can keep it on the track, if we can get through these first couple laps in this traffic without wrecking or getting in a wreck, we'll be in good shape. Get spread out, get into a rhythm, go until the pit stop. And if we pit as late as possible, there won't be that many laps left after the pit stop, so... If we pit as late as possible. Do we want to pit as late as possible? I don't know. If the tires are going bad, maybe we would just want to cut it in half. Pit at lap like 16. Should still be able to add 10 gallons, I would think. I don't know, we'll keep an eye on it, see what it says. No caution to worry about, so you don't need extra fuel, but I do want to just be safe, just in case I change up how I'm shifting or something and it messes it up. We will see how it goes. We'll see how this start goes. Into turn 1, bound to be messy. I don't think there's restart zones. I don't think I saw anything about that. There was track limit stuff in the rules once I joined, but I don't remember seeing anything about the restart zone. So I think the leader can go early. Just help spread us out. Not that it's going to matter since we're going into such a tight,
Get ready.
heavy braking zone. Got to be careful gassing it up, though. We don't want to spin the rears.
Alright, man. Pace car is in.
And he's waiting. Now he's going.
Green flag.
Probably should have been in first, I guess. It's alright. Nice and easy.
Got one on your left.
Guy behind us
Keep
threw
right.
it in, and that wrecks everyone behind us, and now we can just settle in.
You idiot!
Behind.
Good job. You're dumbass.
That's what I'm always afraid of here. Starting races off. Now we can settle in. We got one car behind us, and then a pretty big gap.
And then the car on the left side, move on over, dump yourself in front of the entire field.
Watch that inside Armco going into the bus stop.
And then everybody behind, pile in, ARCA break it.
Well, these are kind of the ARCA cars.
I know they look like ARCA cars, but it's too cool.
Alright, well, we survived it. Got the 9 car letting the 6 go by. He's running a bit wide. We got a green car catching up behind us. The 12. Gonna brake early, make sure I'm not running into the back of anybody. Probably should be using first gear, but I'm just gonna not mess with it. Keep it underneath me if I can. I don't know if I like that. I don't know. That didn't feel very good. Maybe it's okay. Alright. Overdriving that a bit more than I'm comfortable with. Let's get into a rhythm. Be nice and careful. Pulling away from everybody behind us. So that's good. Unfortunately, it looks like everyone ahead of us is pulling away as well. We may just be into a bubble already if we don't self-spin. Gotta be careful. Wow. Really slow on entry there. That's a good way to give up a bunch of time. I've yet to put in a comfortable lap, which is not ideal. We're losing time that time. A little bit wide. Just gotta be smooth with it. I'm too jerky right now. I'm getting loose. I need to be a little bit easier on the throttle. But we are in 6th. We started 7th, didn't we? Alright, the second half of that lap felt a lot better. Let's just clean up this first half. It's only a 13.9.
12.008.
I'm glad we didn't try and force it around the 9 car. He's looking to be quicker than us. Did I say 13.9? Is it 13.19? Okay. We're kind of all over the place right there. Running wide again. You can go out all the way to the Armco on that pavement, but I don't like to hop that curb too much if I can help it.
Sorry, 14, didn't mean to get into you. You got to break way early for that.
Nine cars trying to make a pass on the 6 in that last couple corners, but he was not able to keep it. Well, we're consistently running 13.1s. Maybe that's just going to be our race pace. And that's fine if it is. We're running in a good spot here. Gotta be so careful at the top of the S's. Hop those curbs there as safely as possible.
I remember that.
Slide a whole
part
bunch.
of my tires. Here, come right back on you.
12 lets the 22 go. What it sounds like. He said he'll remember that and repay the favor later. But that gains us a little bit of time back there. The 22 was catching us as well. But we got a nice gap now. We just need to keep it together. No slides. No slides at all. We can still see these guys ahead of us. but just inching away. Oh man, I'm so uncomfortable at the top of the S's. It's like whatever I do with the gears is not the correct way. I just need to be easier on throttle. I need to stop trying to push it. And I need to stop sliding so far out in the carousel. Be interesting to see when people start pitting. I wonder if everyone's going to pit it halfway, or if they're going to go long like I think I want to. Our lap times are a little bit slower. We are overdriving the heck out of it. Lap times are a little bit slower, but it's going to be hard to take stock in that because I'm so inconsistent. I don't know if I'll be able to really trust those numbers too much. Is that going to be tire wear, or is it just going to be me doing bad? Probably both. Let's try and keep it tight here this time. I don't know if that's any faster. It's probably not. 9 car has fallen off quite a bit from the 6. We take a look at fuel. It's saying we only need 6.8. Probably accurate. Might set that to 1 click higher. I wonder if we could get away with taking no tires. Would it be worth it? Would anyone else be taking no tires? I mean, we probably won't be gaining anything doing that. We're probably going to have such a big gap to the people that we're racing.
Keep walking 25 and wind up moving you.
That it's not going to do us any good.
I'm marking the corner. You can go the fuck around if you want to. Here you go, buddy.
I've only been on your bumper for 2 laps.
Oh, we're pushing wide. That's going to be a 1X. No? But there was a 1X out there. Those last couple corners weren't great. Yeah, it looks like lap times have fallen quite a bit already. I assume everyone's going to take 4. No one's going to go out on old tires, are they? Wouldn't think so. Watch the grass. All right. I am just slinging it all over the place. I don't feel like I'm under control too well here. Which is not usually a recipe for success. Just keep it on the track. Try and be as smooth as possible. These cars are wild. And they're wild on road courses, especially. We gained a couple tenths on the 22 behind us. Try and mitigate the wheel hop. Because that can wreck you pretty easily. Nice and smooth. That felt good. Just need to not be so aggressive on throttle. That's really the key. Just got to keep it below my limit of going crazy on the throttle. We're about to complete lap 10. About a third of the way through the race. And we're feeling pretty good. Been good so far. Try and keep it up. Try not overdrive it too much like that. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta, I can shift it to fourth, and that keeps it a little bit more stable, and then I just gotta be careful on the throttle, and it is pretty easy to get off there. We got a car spun off into no man's land on the outside of the carousel. Not for position. We've gained a second on the 22 now. That's helpful. Really got to make sure I get on and off pit road clean. That is going to be key. We cannot speed. And it's going to be very easy to speed. We got to be so careful with that.
Alright, man. 20 to go. Go get them.
Better to lose a bit on entry and exit than have to come in and serve a penalty. You gotta remember that. Okay, 14.0. About a second off what we were doing at the beginning. I believe everyone is going to be taking 4 tires. I'd be very surprised if anybody only took 2 or only took fuel. It'd be faster, but I think you're going to be not liking those old tires, and I think the difference new tires are going to make pretty good. We got 3 car pitting early, just taking his pit stop at the beginning and not worrying about it the rest of the time. I'm going to do
Good job, man. You're up with it.
not quite that.
I'll stay to the right. You can go by yellow car.
22 is pitting as well, maybe? Maybe not. Interesting, pitting on lap 13 for the 3. I guess 16 is about halfway, so it's not super early, but probably as early as he could.
I'll stay to the right up there.
You can't stretch fuel too much in this. I'd rather have a shorter stint at the end, I think, than pit now. I don't know. It's really tough to say. I don't know what the best thing would be without having done one of these in a while. See when the 9 car pits. Looks like I'm braking extremely early right there for some reason. Looks like the 3 is the only one of this front group to pit so far. Alright.
I'll stay to the right.
We're doing fine. Just plotting along here. Trying to keep it on track. Trying to keep the 9 car kind of within view. We're kind of hanging with him a little bit, pulling up to him a bit, and then losing some. Don't know why I went so wide there. That's alright. Interested to see where the 3 came out.
Thanks, Greg.
You might be having some traffic problems. Now, if we catch the 9 ever, which I don't think is going to be super likely, and we race him a bit, we're going to quickly lose time to the 15 behind us. He's 3.5 seconds back, but that can close up in a hurry if we're in a battle. Really wide there. We can do about 10 more laps. Leader's pitting at halfway.
Thank you.
Alright, man, that car is lap now.
Okay.
17 goes up out of the way. 9 cars now pitting, as is everyone else.
Four has taken the lead.
I guess we can pit next time.
You're in third place.
It's fastest to pit at halfway,
Behind you, pitting.
so we'll just do that. Maybe one of those guys had a pit road mistake that will gain us some time. Probably not, but we could have pit there with everybody, but might as well wait an extra lap, I guess. Let's get this. I want 1 extra gallon just to be safe. Taking 4 tires. I think we should be good. Make sure begin fueling is on. It is. And run very low there.
The car in front is pitting.
The leader is pitting now.
We will go ahead and pit. We don't get any fun bonus points for leading the lap or anything. So let's just get down in here. Make sure we're slowing down to 40. Okay. Just cutting this race in half. See where the 3 comes around.
Pit box in 10,
People that are... Don't speed.
5,
You're back in third. Keep digging.
People that are going by us right now haven't
right here.
pit yet. Tires 96, 91, 93, 88. 3 just now passes us, but he was very far ahead of us.
That's it. Go.
Okay, 20 laps remaining on fuel, and there's only 15 left, so we are good there.
Be mindful, you only
There's
have
the
1
9
turn
car.
remaining.
Alright, pretty clean. 15 gained a ton of time on us, though, if he hasn't pit yet. Or if he has pit yet. I don't know if he has, though. He maybe has. And we're going to get held up here. This is unfortunate timing. He's going to go wide there. That wasn't too bad.
All clear. All
But then I can't get it to turn. I did lose a little bit, either from having a slower entry and exit or staying out a lap later.
car. 16.
Has taken the lead.
So we'll see how this shakes out. They're going to pass the
Line on
people
the
that
right.
are pitting. But we're going to have to put in some laps here so we can pull away from the 15 if we can. Don't push it too hard though. I gotta not wreck still. Like that. We're on cold tires now, gotta remember. My classic S's run, lose 3/10 to everybody.
The leader is pitting now. We have a car stopped on the left.
Car stopped on the left. They reset before we got to them.
You're pulling away from the car.
Oh, what happened to the 15? That last corner, he was right up on my bumper in the carousel, and all of a sudden we have 3 seconds on him.
9.
He must have gotten loose.
Taking the lead.
10 car in the lead. We still got some positions to get here with pit cycle.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
We're doing fastest laps of the race. Now we got no pressure behind us. See if we can track down the 9 a little bit. Don't think we're going to. We are in 8th. Where'd we pit? 6th?
Went to the right.
Okay, careful. It'll even get loose gassing it up in 4th gear. We should still cycle back to where we were. Just a little bit different timings spread out. Like we're further back from the 9. The 15 was right up on our bumper, but he had that mistake behind us or something. We just need to make sure we're not having any of those. They're getting pretty close to each other up ahead.
Up there, I'll stick to the right.
They might be racing here shortly.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Break into the 12s, 12.9. Felt like a fairly decent lap. We're in 7th. So I think maybe there was one car that hasn't pit yet. They can go another like 10 laps from when we pit. So they may pit around lap, well, within the next few laps. Maybe the 11's the one that hasn't pit yet. Seems to be falling off a little bit.
Sorry about that, 21. Get awareness now.
We're catching them pretty quickly.
It's all good, man. No problem.
Okay. Be nice and smooth. Yeah, he's pitting now. And that will probably be the final position we get from the pit cycle. Put us right back to 6th.
The car behind you is pitting. That was your fastest lap of the session.
You can see how much slower he was. Haven't stayed out that much longer. I don't think going long was going to be a good plan, so I'm glad we decided to pit halfway with everybody else. The 3 maybe had the best strategy. Pit a little bit early. He's up in 3rd, but maybe that's where he was to begin with. I don't know. 9 car's just checking out from us, though. We got nothing from him right now. We were gaining on him a little bit at the end of that run before we pit, but after we pit, he's gone. Really try and watch the wheel hop. Don't want to start wheel hopping it. We're getting loose.
Time to go.
10 laps to go. race has flown by. Gen 4 and officials is fun when you don't get cautions all the time. Now that Rockingham race we did was pretty fun. Didn't have too many cautions. Man, I feel like I'm really attacking that too hard and costing me time on exit. Because I'm slinging it around so much. Six car ahead of the 9 is 10 seconds further up the road. I think they all pit at the same time. But I think they had stretched their lead out to like 8 seconds before the pit stop. Just faster and more consistent than me. But that's not too difficult. We got a cone laying on the ground there. Somebody hit that. That might have been a penalty. Clipping that cone on exit of pit road. For somebody. Watch the grass. $15 behind me is catching pretty fast. He gained a half a second, just that last couple sections. So we would have definitely been letting him by had he not had that mistake, and that was a terrible corner.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm struggling. I think I got it here at the very beginning.
Lap down.
No mistakes. I don't think 15 will have time to get up here. Not that many laps left. I hope not, anyway. As I am struggling through the S's, as usual. Why do I keep catching lap cars in the bus stop? There's nowhere to go. Oh, we just lost a bunch.
All clear, all clear.
Lost the second doing that. Always can figure out the worst possible places to catch lap cars.
There's an incident behind.
And then he spins.
2012.607.
So the 15 does not get slowed down the same amount as us. Because he doesn't get slowed down at all. Nothing he did wrong there. We just caught him at the absolute worst possible time. I could have done something different maybe to avoid doing that. Lift a bit earlier. But then we're just losing time lifting. I don't know. Okay, we're back to over 3 seconds to the 15. That's good. Just sling the car around over the curve, shoot it out way wide. Oh my gosh. And then no turn through the carousel. Should be coming to 5 to go here shortly. Not this time, but the next one. Nice and smooth. That's all we need to be doing. Okay, it's trying to spin on me. .8 ahead, 2.8 behind. That'll spread back out a little bit coming out of that corner. Turn, please. 5 laps to go.
It's going well. Big better.
Thanks, spotter. I think I'm doing all right. Number 5 running 6th. Could be happy with that. I think the 15's quicker than me. He just had that one mistake, and that's going to cost him if we can hang on here. So jabby with the throttle. It's not good at all. What happened to my smooth throttle I was able to do a few months ago? Trying to focus here, put in a couple decent corners, stretch that lead out a little bit, and then coast home if we can. Had the downshift or it wasn't going to make the corner. That was weird. Didn't turn at all there. And then turn too much at the top, of course. Okay. Let's be careful. Oh my gosh. We are struggling right now. It is getting very slidey. We need this race to be over quickly. Probably should not have downshifted there. We gained another 7/10 on him though. He might have gotten loose again. That takes some of the pressure off. There's no mistakes. That's all we need. That's all we need. Can we do it? That was fine. Slow, but fine. Oh my gosh, where are we going?
Almost over, Brandon.
I'm fighting.
Alright, 2 to go. 2.2 behind us. Don't even think about it. Let's just put these 2 laps in. Try to short shift again. Felt fine. don't drive off into nowhere in this corner again, hopefully.
The leader just did a 14.229.
Get it around here.
Alright, man. White flag at the line.
White flag. Just one more mistake-free lap and we'll be good. One more mistake-free lap, that's all we need. Don't worry about trying to go fast through the S's. We're not going to be able to, regardless. Gap's open back up a bit. Okay.
Good win, Tim.
Exit of this corner is the last real tricky part.
That's a great win. That was good driving. All this is over.
We got it.
Right.
Final time through here. Final corner. Nice and easy. And we'll come around and get ourselves a 6th place. 0x as well. Pretty happy with that. That's not an easy combo,
There you go, man.
but it's pretty fun. Good racing to everyone around us. Good race to the 15 there. He was definitely quicker than us. Had he not had that one mistake after we pit, he would have passed us easily. He was catching us pretty much the whole time. Just not enough laps to get it. But I had to be mistake-free as well, which is not easy for me. So I'm glad I managed to do that. Clean car. Tires, I think, are pretty much identical to the first run, so that's pretty consistent. What are we looking at for lap times? 120, 113, did some 114s. Not 120. Well, we did a 120 at the beginning, but that was the first lap. Mostly 113s, and we did some 112s here into the 113s, and we run 4 114s at the end, which looks to be exactly what we did before we pit. So, that's a couple good little stints for us. I enjoyed that race. That was a challenge, but we survived it and got a decent finish. Let's take a look at the first incidents. Make sure this isn't going to destroy my ears. Oops. 13 car overdrives it up into the Sharpie car, and then the 15 into it, and then nobody has anywhere to go, and then 17 clobbers them. And that's the way the 17's race goes, and then the 8, I think, has to get a penalty there to avoid that. Yeah, he goes outside the line, otherwise he just would have to stop. So that was a bad way to start his race. He just quits after 3 laps. One car getting loose at the top of the S's, that's what I'm always afraid of, and he ends his race, and the 11s. The 11's still trying to gather it back up. Another place where you can really get loose outside, or the exit of the carousel. 14 loops it. Tries to get off the track. One car going again, blinking. Blinking and spinning. Oh! Don't think he takes anybody out there. Oh man, the 14 getting run over by the 24 into the bus stop. That's unfortunate there. 8 car. Oh, this is why he quits. He's a lap down at this point, having to serve that penalty, and then he just self-spins, so he calls it after that. Really rough way to start, having to get a penalty to avoid the car, or just stop there and wait. 15 and the 2. Banging doors there. 4 car is up in second. He's blinking. 10 car is going to catch that inside Armco. That happens a lot. 17 getting loose into turn 1, or out of turn 1. 23 getting loose into the Armco hard, and that is a destroyed right front. Got the 24 car again blinking. Lap 16. 2 car up on the curb getting it loose, and oh, that is game over there. He was in 5th at that point, so we actually gained a spot there. Lap 18. I don't even remember doing that. But that was the slow car on the left side that we saw for a second. I guess that's how we got into 6th. We probably were in 7th for a little while, because I think that's where we qualified. 23 in the grass there and missing the bus stop. 16 doesn't know he's going to be there, I don't think. Gets into the back of him. 4 car going to grab a tiny bit of Armco. Looks like they're having a really good race for the lead. I think the 10 car is the leader and 4 cars in second here. They're right nose to tail. Who ends up winning? The 10 car ends up holding them off. It must have been a really good race. This car here, man, you get some good racing. Just really good racing. 17 still struggling a bit. He's kind of had not any good luck in this race. 21 gets loose and spins it, but he does a really good job of not getting any damage for that, really. Oh, 4 car loose. Oh. He wipes himself out. He still gets second. That's lap 27. How far back does he end up finishing? 7 seconds. So he had just passed the 10, I think. Yeah, there's the 10 who was in the lead. The 4 just in front of him, and as soon as the 4 gets the lead, clips it too much, spins out of the way, hands the victory to the 10. That's unfortunate there. 17 still struggling, getting on throttle. So loose. Very dangerous. 24's blinking still. And that's it. Really clean race. Pretty much. And really tough race. But some good racing overall. We are one of 2 people that had 0 incident. 3 car only had a 1X, along with the 22 and the 19. 20 car also had 0 incidents. But he did not race. Did not show up, so really, we're the only one. Which I guess that's good. We finished almost top 5. But yeah, that was a fun one. Always tough coming here in a stock car. Especially one with this much power, but a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.